Hello everybody and welcome to TTV's first Brick Feed Breaking News, and our first bit of breaking news on general system-based LEGO in quite a long time. Usually whenever we talk about news, it usually boils down to new product releases with system, but no more. This marks the first of covering important events within the general LEGO community. Today what we're going to be talking about is a bit of a lengthy subject, so this could run long, so bear with me, but if you'd rather skip all the preamble and just read what's happening, all the necessary links are in the description below. Today we're going to be talking about the Lego Ninjago Movie. That's right, the movie that everybody's excited for, coming out in 2017, possibly. Nobody really knows yet. A concrete release date has not been confirmed by LEGO as of yet, but up till now, it's been announced for a while. We've gotten very little info on it. We currently don't even know, we've heard rumblings, rumors of the general plot line. We haven't heard who's going to be in the movie, cast-wise. We don't know basically anything about it, other than that it's coming, and possibly next year. But recently, an image has been making the rounds on Twitter showing off what appears to be the proposed cast for this movie. Now, I'd like you all to take this with a grain of salt, because as I prior mentioned, it is just an image that's circulating on Twitter. Its validity is certainly suspect because of that. There's no concrete source to point back to other than it appears to be from some kind of Warner Brothers maybe catalog of sorts, a new release index, I don't really know, but it could certainly be fabricated. However, there's another bit of info later on down the line that I will get to that potentially validates it some more. But for now, let's just talk about this. This image circulating on Twitter claims that the cast is as follows: Master Wu, who played by Jackie Chan, Lloyd Garmadon by Dave Franco, Kai by Michael Pena, Nia by Abby Jacobson, Jay by Kumail Nanjiani, Zane by Zach Woods, and Cole by Fred Armisen. Now this is interesting, because that is not the cast that plays the characters in the TV show. Now, it has been a long discussed point of contention. People speculating in the fandom as to what kind of effect the movie is going to have on the TV show. Most people can pretty much agree that for the sake of communicating this story to a general audience, it will probably be done in the style of the Lego Movie, and not necessarily the style of the TV show, both in terms of the visual department of things and the general storyline. Also, the story of Ninjago has been going on for almost 5 years now. It's built up a rather impressive mythology and world, lots of events have happened, and you risk the Bionicle syndrome of things becoming too complicated for the general audience to latch onto. So it's quite likely the movie will either reboot the story or just be a completely new universe, be a side story of sorts. People have been wondering for a long time whether there even would be any connection to the TV show whatsoever. Obviously, what this tells you is the cast has changed, if this is to be believed as being legitimate. This says nothing necessarily about the plot of the series, but if you were to take my personal opinion, it would be that, yeah, this is a pretty strong indicator. Also contained within this image is a little bit of the synopsis, which we have heard before. We've spoken about it on the Brick Feed podcast, TTV, here and there, but it basically says that Ninjago is the story of 6 young ninja tasked with defending their island home called Ninjago. By night, they're gifted warriors using their skill and awesome fleet of vehicles to fight villains and monsters. By day, they're ordinary teens struggling against their greatest enemy, high school, which is noticeably a departure from the actual Ninjago TV show, where the ninja, for all intents and purposes, have never been shown to be young kids. They're clearly not full-blown adults. They're probably teenagers in that range. I don't know if their ages have ever been confirmed specifically, but, they have pretty much never operated as you would imagine a ninja would. They've been regarded as celebrities, public figures, people that do not operate in the shadows whatsoever. They're basically superheroes, for all intents and purposes. This movie appears to take the route of them being, as they mentioned right here, ninja by night, normal kids by day. And that is, of course, if you believe this to be legitimate. Well, the reason that I'm even reporting on this at all, and not dismissing it as just some kind of random thing circulating on Twitter that nobody should believe until it's been confirmed further, is because of a tweet by Vincent Tong, the voice actor for Kai in the TV show. Because obviously the Ninjago fandom saw this picture, so they tweeted to the voice actors and actresses in the show, wanting their input, wanting to know if it's true, or whatnot. And this specific tweet, made by Ninja Warrior 1245, was saying, "No, we want the real Ninjago voices, please," quote unquote, and he sent it to all the actors in the show. Vincent Tong replied, and he said, "Guess I should focus on becoming a celebrity so I can play leads in movies, Broadway, and cartoons. So sad. Hashtag Ninjago." So what this tells me is, even on the off chance that this list of voice actors for the movie is a fabrication, which it certainly could be, because it's just some random post on Twitter. The movie is obviously in development. If they're aiming for a 2017 release date, I would imagine a significant amount of work has already been done on its production. So the main thing that I'm dealing with here is the voice actors would have already been contacted if they were going to be in the movie at all. Now his tweet, Vincent Tong's tweet, seems to imply that he's disappointed that he has not been selected to be Kai in the movie as well as the TV show, which, honestly, yeah, I can sympathize with him, definitely. But what it shows to me is that he's probably not going to be. None of the cast is, because if they were going to be in the movie and they simply wanted to not confirm anything until it had been released by proper channels, I would think a vague answer would have been given, like, "I can't comment on leaks," or he could have just ignored the tweet in general. But no, he chose to comment on it, and the way he chose to comment on it implies to me that perhaps there is a shred of legitimacy to it. If not these exact actors, then another new cast of actors. So this further opens many different possibilities. Not necessarily for what the movie's going to be about. All the evidence seems to be pointing towards it not having any connection to the TV show whatsoever. But it honestly makes me wonder what will become of the TV show. Is it going to continue on as it always has? Or will it be ended as well or rebooted in some way? Because I somehow doubt LEGO would want to have two conflicting Ninjago canons running concurrently to confuse the fandom. This is an issue we've talked about on the podcast many times before, but I would unfortunately say the odds are Ninjago's TV show probably won't continue, or at least it may be put on hiatus until after the movie comes and goes, and we know if they're going to make any more sequels in the future or whatever. It'll depend on how popular it does, I suppose. But honestly, that's pretty much all I have to talk to you about today. I'd like to hear your thoughts in the comments section below about what you think of this news. Do you think that this post has any legitimacy to it at all? What do you make of Vincent Tong's tweet on the matter, and what are your hopes for the Ninjago movie in relation to its connection with the TV show? What are your hopes of the TV show going forward? You can share all this news, you can share all your comments on this news, rather, in the comments section below, or on the TTV Message Boards at board.ttvchannel.com, where we do have many different system subforums. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you all next time.